Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be showcasing all 12 fighting styles of Blox Fruits. Of course, starting off with the combat fighting style, that's why I'm on this random account. The very first thing, very first one you get in the game, these are the M1s. The first move is quick tackle, just a forward dashing move. And the ground smash is just AoE. Now, for the others, I have to switch back to my main account. And here we are. Yeah. So, I did some offline grinding. I got a lot of stuff, but I will not be covering that in today's video. It's going to be for the next one. Okay, so moving on. The very next fighting style that you can get is Dodge the fighting style located over there at the pirate village. The only requirement for it is 150,000 belly or money, however you call it. Really not that expensive. Let me just get over there. It's the very first one you can get. It's easy to farm for, but it's not very good, so it's many players don't recommend it. Dark step I already learned, so I don't need to pay. So these are the M1s. Yeah, it's just that. First move is a nameable move. You can name how far you go. Just a jump move and then slam down. Breakdance is exactly what it says. And barrage, yeah, that is holdable. So the more you hold it, the more damage it'll do. And the last move on Dark Step, Overheat, is like a temporal buff move. Now my feet are burning out more VFX and just do more damage. So Flying Kick now looks like this. Breakdance now looks like that. And Barrage. Yeah, so moving on to the next one is all the way over there. So next fighting style of the first sea is located here at Skylands behind this rock. You'll find a mad scientist, and if you pay him 500,000 money, you can learn the electric fighting style. Let me just go up so I can like kind of showcase it. Wherever, I guess here as well, doesn't matter. So, M1s, they also make like a zapping sound. Then, first move Stomp, jump and then slam down. Electrical tackle is similar to the combat tackle, just it does more damage and is pretty longer. It's much longer. And electrical floor is that in every single move can attack multiple enemies. And that's it. Now moving on to the next fighting style, which is at the Whirlpool. So here at the Whirlpool, this fighting style is actually the one that I'm about to show is actually considered to be one of the best fighting styles for Buddha, because it has consistent M1s without any cooldown. Let me just go here. War Kung Fu. Yeah, you need to pay 750,000. So this is why it's one of the best for Buddha. It doesn't go forward. It has consistent M1s, and yeah, it's just pretty OP. So let me showcase. Yeah, M1's already seen. Steam Charged Fist is a dashing move. No, never mind. It's like a small projectile middle ranged. Deadly Shower is a long range move. You sent out multiple, but I missed because I glitched out. So this wall right here, it's what? Yeah, I love when this happens. Gorgeous. So he felt okay, I guess. So Deadly Shower is long range move. You send out multiple water walls. Then Heavy Water Punch is actually a dashing move. Just does that. Those are all the fighting styles in the first C. Now moving on to the second C. So over here, the easiest fighting style to get here is Dragon Breath, located right there, if I remember correctly. Let me just, yeah, right here. You will find Sabi, and you need to pay him 1.5 thousand fragments to learn this. So, Dragon Breath, these are the ones. like a fire-based fighting style, I'd say. First move, Dragon Rush. It's a dashing move with about 2 dashes. Dragon Flames is middle range projectile, and Dragon Explosion is exactly what it says. A big, or not that big, but an AoE type of move with a little charge up. Okay, so now we're moving on to the more complex fighting styles to get. The first one will be the Death Step fighting style. For this fighting style, we have to go over there at the Frozen Castle. Um, for it, you need 400 mastery on Dark Step. You need 2.5 million money, 5,000 fragments, and another additional, I'd say, material. But I'm going to show you. Okay, so I lied. Yeah, it's not material. It's an item that you pick up. So basically, here you have the Ice Admiral. If you defeat him, you have a chance of him to drop the library key. With the library key, you can go inside, and if you have all of the requirements I said, you can get the Death Step fighting style. Now this is basically just an upgraded version of Dark Step. M1s are pretty much the same. They are the same. Yeah. First move, Rocket Kick, is a lunge move, a giant dash move. Then second move, Wind Bullet, is a long range move. Exactly what it says. And Vermilion Drill is pretty much the same thing, just does more damage and looks different. So, just like Dark Step fighting style, this also has a temporal buff move. Same concept, more damage, different VFX. So Rocket Kick looks like that. Now it leaves fire on the floor. Wind Bullet does the same. And Vermilion Drill now it creates like a little fire vortex. And yeah, moving on. The next fighting style is located over there at the Forgotten Island. It's pretty much actually the same as for Dark Step, for Death Step, just a bit different. For this one, you need 400 mastery on Water Kung Fu. You need 5 million money, 2.5 million money, and 5,000 fragments. Also, as well as a key, that's also dropped from a boss. The boss should be here. Yeah, Tidekeeper. So he has the chance to drop. What's that? Oh, look, it's a flame fruit. So this guy has the chance to drop the water key, which can be given. What? No, I didn't click on that. So this. Once you get the water key, you can speak to this guy over here. Shockmaker teacher. Yeah, ignore his yapping. He also has a V2. But this used to be the best fighting style for Buddha, but now the M1s have a cooldown. It has like that dash on the third M1, which is just pretty much trash now. So, M1s, I've already showed them. First move, 12 water palms, is actually a dashing move. And you lock on to someone. But where did it... Okay. Second move, pressure vortex, you send out like a water shark. Yeah, you're supposed to hit someone, of course. And Great Sea Spear is a middle ranged move. You pull someone in, do a little combo, and punch them. Now let me just showcase pressure vortex again. There we go. Okay, moving on to the last fighting style of the second sea, located at that island over there. I forgot the name. So for this fighting style, you need 300 mastery on Dark Step, Electric, and Bar Kung Fu, and Dragon Breath. Once you have met the requirements, you will also need 3 million money. You can come here to the Martial Arts Master, talk to him, and get the Superhuman Fighting Style. Let me go up to showcase it. So the animals look like this. They have like a little shockwave, I'd say. First move, Beast Style Pounce, is, I'd say, also a dashing move. You lock onto someone and do that. Thunderclap is just an AoE move. And Conqueror's Gun is a dashing move, but way faster, basically just teleports, unlike the Beast Style, which you can kinda control where you're going for a few seconds. Those are all of the fighting styles for second sea. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Now we can move on to the third sea. Okay, so in the third sea, the first fighting style I'll be showing is located at the third island. Um, so for this fighting style, it's actually one of my favorites. It's called Electric Claw. You need 400 mastery on the electric fighting style. You need 3 million money and 5,000 fragments. Now it should be over here, near the Longma boss, right there in those ruins. So you go over here, you'll find the previous hero. Now, um, if you have 400 master in electric, you gotta do his like quest, which is basically you talk to him, he will give you a certain amount of time to travel back to the mansion, but you can just set a home point there and finish it. Then you come back to him, and for the amount of money and fragments I said, you can learn the electric fighting style, electric claw. So yes, it is one of my favorites. It's just so cool. I really like it. Those are the M1s. Where the NPC is holy. Gotta be so far off. So one is here, but in the grass. Okay. M1s also has a zapping sound, just like electric. First move is holdable. The more you hold it, the more damage you'll kind of do. And then do a little dash in the end. Lightning thrust, it's holdable, and you go forward, you lock onto someone and punch them away. Thunderclap and Flash can be used as an AoE move. Basically, teleport all over the place, and someone's attacking me. Okay, doesn't matter. So yeah, now moving on to, I'd say, a bit harder fighting style to get. Dragon Talon. For this fighting style, Dragon Talon, you need 400 mastery on Dragon Breath fighting style. You need 3 million money, 5,000 fragments, just like the Electric Claw. But you also need a certain type of item to unlock it, which is the Fire Essence. In order to get the Fire Essence, you have to go over here at the Castle in the Sea. No, wait, Haunted Castle. Each NPC drops bones. The Reborn Skeletons drop the least, while Possessed Mummies drop the most. And every 50 bones, you can roll over here at the Death King. He has a chance to give you the Fire Essence, which is the rarest thing as a Hollow Essence to get from him. Let me just come over here. What? Is it not night? Okay, it's morning. So, if you do get the Fire Essence, and you gotta go to Hydra Island, just come over here to the Dragon Dojo. I've made a video about this, I'm pretty sure. I even awakened the V2. I'm not completely though. So here you give the Fire Essence to Uzoth. If you have the master requirements and the money, you can learn the Dragon Town Fighting Style. Let me go over there to make a little showcase. So, M1s look like this. Has a little dash in the end. First move is a dash move. You lock onto someone and punch them away. Second move is a long range that you can actually control. It picks people up and just explodes when it crashes into something or reaches the max. And Infernal Vortex, you jump up and slam down. Also, because I've upgraded this, I can ride the dragon as well. Okay. Now, moving on to the, I'd say the most complex fighting style actually of the game, which is God Human. For God Human, you need 400 mastery on 400 mastery on Death Step, Shock Karate, Electric Claw, Dragon Talon, and Superhuman. After that, you also need 5 million money and 5,000 fragments, as long with some other materials. 20 fishtails, 20 magma ores, 10 dragon scales, and 10 mystic droplets. So let me just 20 fishtails, 20 magma ores, um, 10 dragon skills, and 10 mystic droplets. Once you have all the requirements, you can come over here behind the musketeer pirates, go into this tree. Right here you'll find the ancient monk, and with all the stuff I said, you can buy the god human flying style. Now let me just leave. Yeah, okay. This is like considered to be a buffed version of superhuman, so M1s also have like larger shockwaves now. Yeah. First move, Soaring Beast, is also a dashing move similar to the first one, except when you lock onto someone you do a combo instead of throwing with some wind charges or whatever they are. Heaven and Earth, if you only click it once, it does a projectile. Sixth Realm Gun is a dashing move, also like a TP move, punches away the enemy pretty fast. Now, if you hold Heaven and Earth, this happens. So, yeah. Okay, now moving on to the last fighting style of the game, and my personal favorite, Sanguine Art, which I've got in my last video. So, Sanguine Art is a bit hard to get, just like God Human. Well, let me just find him. He should be there. No. Yeah, right here. So, for it, first of all, you need. Oh my God, it's glitched. Why is it that? That looks so bad. So let me just rejoin. Switch servers. It's so low quality. Why is it? Doesn't matter. There we go. So for it, you need the Leviathan heart and give it to Shafi. You need two dark fragments, which are gettable from the raid boss Darkbeard in the second sea. The dark fragments. You need 20 demonic wisps, and you need 20 vampire fangs, which I don't have right now. Also, you need 5 million money, 5,000 fragments, and if you talk to Shafi, you can craft the Sanguine Art Flying style, which is, as I said, my favorite because of the colors. So M1s. First move is a dash move, Bloodbane Drain. You lock onto someone and kind of hold them, choke them for a bit, and launch them away. Scarlet Tear, it's a middle range move, like considered a projectile by me. The War of Worlds has two variants. First variant, if you hit someone with it, that happens, they get this like effect. Afterwards, that. And another variant, if you hit the ground, it spawns like this ball and it launches two projectiles or three, I don't know, it just launches onto the nearest people and they have that little effect afterwards. Yeah, that'll be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. In the next one I will probably be unlocking the Kurzul Katana, and that's it. See you in the next one. Bye.